It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Baltimore Ravens and the New Orleans Saints. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
He was about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Jameis to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's an option play left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody come. Oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. throw. Hill. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 10. Brings up third and long.
On third and short, they'll try option left. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them with 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
And down he'll go at the 25. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
A little juke. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Hill. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
He did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, it almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play for our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Winston. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. On the move past the 40. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hill. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now it's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense draws.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Ravens drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
21, Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On play action, Winston. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
89 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Jackson now.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Marty, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Running right through it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
First down, Ravens.
Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Now Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Saints 7. Justin Tucker to kick off.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
That one definitely helps as they try to push the ball down the field here, trailing early in the third quarter.
And even even though they're trailing, not abandoning the running game. People may call it an adjustment. I think it's just much more sticking to what works for you and continuing to have faith in it, and the running game is starting to pay off.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now Jameis on second down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the option left, here's Hill. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. He'll get 15 there as he kept it himself, yet it will still lead to a 4th down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
4th down, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Dobbins running out of the gun. Trucks over it.
113 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now it's Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he wisely will throw that one away. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Hill going to keep it running left.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Throwing on 3rd down. Hill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
So here we go on 4th. Hill.
Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
To throw is Hill. And he fires one incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Hill. He finds his man Johnson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2. Hill. Open man is Michael Thomas.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Hill.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you've got to figure when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
And that wound up traveling at even 58 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Hill. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
They'll turn to Kamara.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
143 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Back now here live in New Orleans.
2nd down and 7.
It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Still about 3 yards shy of a 1st as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
Odafe Owe, his 2nd sack of the night.
The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
All the option left, here's Hill.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Desperation time on 4th for Hill. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Let's go.
On second and a long way to go. Jackson.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.